I've been promising to hook up with my friend Nick Mancini. Got the oil and inspection done at McElwain Motors. How many years did you work there?
48 years.
What a great car dealership.
Been around a long time. The old man made a great place for the boys and for the grandson.
It's just a great environment. And listen, Wandering Elwood is underway right now, so I picked a perfect day to come to this community. So I got a little drive in me after the oil and inspection change up and down Lawrence Avenue. This is really, Nick, a great little community, isn't it?
Nice little town. Nice little town. We just had a nice big tournament for Little League Baseball. It was our 74th year, the second oldest in the country, the tournament.
All right, before we talk about the legend of Dick Allen, the Wampum Walloper, nicknamed Crash, we're going to talk about the Pirates. They won again today. They beat Detroit. They swept the team with the best record in the American League.
Yes, and they beat the Phillies, and they beat the Mets. So, I mean, at home they're rough.
I'm telling you.
They're this close, Rob. They're close. Next year, if you buy a couple hitters, don't break the team up. You got great pitching. You got not good pitching. You got great pitching. You got the Skeens is terrific. Last night,
got his first career grand slam today.
Keller's finally found himself. It's gonna
Nice
be
win last night.
If we trade him, it's gonna be one of them stories. We traded that guy, and he got 10 wins, like the Glasnow deal, and that one we sent to Tampa. Saddest thing ever happened. That was the dumbest move they ever made. But again, this guy is good. He finally found himself. They were this close. We had a tournament in Elwood last week. In Elwood City, there was a Little League tournament, 74 years. Your hometown there, Central Valley, Monaca came down to play at Elwood. They were in the finals. They played Little Laurel, a small 1A, 2A school. But Laurel had a great pitcher, and he held them. They held Monaca Central Valley, a 2-1 game. Monaca scored 2 in the bottom of the sixth to win 3-2, and then they won a tournament last night. But my point is, great pitching, which the Pirates do have. When you hold teams to 1 or 2 runs a game, you have a good chance of winning games. When you have no pitching and you have no hitting, which they get rid of Keller, and who else they'll get rid of? Another Santana, whoever they get rid of.
Hopefully not Bednar.
Well, and Bednar's on our list.
I know.
Bednar's on our list. Reynolds on our list. So, yeah, Brian. Again, we keep trading players and we keep rebuilding and rebuilding. We're going to lose Skeens in 2 years, so that's a given.
Maybe.
He's not going to pay him $30 million.
Maybe.
Yeah. Unless he gives the whole team up and gives them half the franchise.
But this is, you can listen to the pundits, and I happen to be, I guess, one of them on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show. But the fans, this is where you really get a pulse of what's happening in the world of sports. So the Pirates, I'm still all in, and I think they are close. So Arizona comes to town this weekend. Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show. Really, really excited what I've been witnessing with the Pirates. They got a win today, 6-1. You heard the game, of course, KDKA, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. Now, this guy died a few years back, sadly. Still a very young man, but he is gone, but his memory will live on, and he's going to be enshrined into the Pro Baseball Hall of Fame along with our own Dave Parker. We'll get to him in a moment. But let me talk about Richard Allen. Crash, the Wampum Walloper, 15 years in the bigs, 292 lifetime average, 351 home runs, 1,119 RBI. I didn't realize this. He played third and first base.
Yes. Third baseman. He played third when he came with the Phillies in '64.
7-time All-Star, National League Rookie of the Year, American League home run leader, 72-74, American League MVP, 1972. His number 15 retired by the great organization that is the Philadelphia Phillies. So fill me in on the legend of Dick Allen.
A little bit too young, I told you before, but he played for Chuck Tanner in Chicago. That was his coach. And then came up with 64 in the Phillies. I was 14 years old. And great player, just had it all. Again, he should have been Hall of Fame 2 years ago. His owner, the White Sox owner, voted against him. He did not like Richie Allen. He needed one vote 2 times, and Wardsdorf, the owner of the White Sox, voted
and the Bulls.
And he voted against him 2 times. Cost him. He needed one vote to get in the Hall of Fame. He didn't get in either time. Sad. And the guy, nice guy too. His 2 brothers were in the major leagues. He led Wampum to the state championship in 1958, and that's how good he was. And with Donnie Hennon and Galbraith and the Allen boys and his stepbrothers, they were just great players. Jimmy Santelli was a good player for them. But he was just a good kid, poor kid from Chewton, who the town is about 2 miles, about 1 mile from Waltham and 2 miles from Elwood. But that's where his family was. The mother has 3 of his boys buried there, and still all 4 of her boys are buried there. She has 1 boy alive. His name is Ron Allen. He's in.
So where's the mural that I posted the other day?
It's downtown Waltham, right on the main street. The town, there's no red lights though. It's right in the middle. Right in the middle.
So what's the population there now?
About 400 or 500 people max.
Was it bigger when he was there?
No, small town always. Small town.
Any other sports in high school besides baseball?
He played basketball.
Oh, they were legendary.
He was a star basketball player. The rumor is he could put a silver dollar on the top of a bankboard and he could take it off.
That's pretty.
And then when he got signed, there's a field down in Wampum. I guess he was there. He was playing Legion at 17. He ought to play till you're 18. The Phillies were there. All the scouts were there to watch him play. He struck out the first 2 times. They all left. The next one he was close to 500 feet. They say down in Wampum, and the Phillies signed him on the spot. But he's a great basketball player. But let alone he's a great guy too. But he got a bad shake when he went down to when he signed by the Phillies. They sent him to Arkansas, minor league, AAA, and he wasn't allowed to eat with the team. He had to stay in a different hotel. He wasn't allowed to. He got harassed by Arkansas fans. He was black, and then the poor guy. It wasn't for Joe Nett from Beaver Falls. Joe was a coach at the time. Got him dinner at his hotel. Stayed with him every night. Joe Nett was like a father to him, thank God. And he was the guy because he was ready to quit baseball. He told his mother, I want to come home. I don't want to play baseball anymore. I can't take that.
Wow. All right, now let's talk about Dave Parker. Just an incredible career, 73 to 91, 2 World Series, obviously with the Pirates, We Are Family, then with the Oakland Athletics later. 339 homers lifetime, 1,493 RBIs. National League MVP, 78, also twice 77, 78, batting champion, going into the Hall of Fame. Just incredible talent, 290 lifetime hitter. Talk about Dave Parker. I have a lot of memories of Dave Parker.
Yeah, I do too. It was just I come to the World Series in '79. Incredible talent. It was a great replacement for Roberto Clemente. God sent him to Pittsburgh, another player to replace the great one, but he was just a terrific player. He had an arm like a cannon. He hit a ball a mile. And there's a couple of guys from Beaver Falls told me, from Beaver, they told me, Herstein. He said they went to Cincinnati to see the Pirates play. And there was a big party. He took Bruce Herstein and his buddy, took him to the party, stayed with him all night, had a ball with him. And them guys were coming to, I think they're still going to go to Cooperstown for that reason. How nice he treated them. They were just kids, 18 years old. He took them into the party in Cincinnati with all the Cincinnati friends because he was from there, and he had a great time. But he said, we didn't know us from Moses, but he took us 2 kids into his place in Cincinnati.
Speaking of Moses, just to give you an idea how good of a Catholic he is, you see that little thing around his neck?
No,
that's called a scapula. Yeah. Explain to this is amazing. I've been seeing one of those since I was 12.
Father Joe Freedy, he handed it to me. He gave it to me. He gave it to all the members of the church last week.
Oh wow!
And it was Mount Carmel, Saint Mount Carmel Day, and he gave that to everybody. And that was just the way the guy was. He's a great guy.
He is a great guy. Let's talk Steelers and we'll say goodbye. But remember, Terry Francona could live on these Brighton Hot Dog Shoppe chili dogs. Maybe I should run some of them to Latrobe to give to Aaron Rodgers, who's now in town. Nobody does it better. Thanks to Alex Winger and Mark Papa, Frank Papa, everyone, my extended family. Used to be the spokesperson for years, still love it, makes me smile. And this is one of their many great locations here, Lawrence Avenue in Elwood. So if you're participating in Wondering Elwood, wonder no more where the good food is, because it's right here at the BHDS. All right, Aaron Rodgers, 42 in December. I don't really care. I still think he's got a big-time arm. TJ Watt's back in the mix. I think defense wins championships. I think the offensive line is going to be a whole lot better because he's going to be working out of the shotgun, getting rid of the football. I think they're going to have a running game. I think Arthur Smith is highly underrated at times as far as an offensive mind. And Omar Khan, Mr. Rooney, and Mike Tomlin have done a whole lot to make this team better. So as we get ready for camp beginning today in Latrobe, your thoughts about the 2025 Nick Mancini Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think we have a rough year. If Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt, they have a shot. But they're going in the Central Division with the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings, and who's the fourth team? And the Bears. They're all got talented teams. Last year they had an easier schedule. This one's going to be a rough one. Them teams are pretty rough in the
Yeah,
schedule.
but you're thinking about when Aaron Rodgers was with the Packers. I'm talking with the Steelers, the AFC North. It's just as tough.
It's tough, but it's going to be. Them Lions are going to. They play. I think they play in Detroit. I think they're playing in. They're playing home. They're playing against Green Bay, but Vikings will be tough. It's going to be their schedule this year is going to be pretty tough. It's going to be a tough schedule.
So facing all those teams is going to be tough for them. Why are you such a Lions fan?
I've always been a Lions. I loved Alex Karras, and
what about how they match up against the other teams they're going to be playing twice this year? Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland. I'm not worried so much about Cleveland, but Cincy and Baltimore, Derrick Henry running, Lamar Jackson.
They might have two losses there. They might go maybe 1-3 in that Central against Detroit. Plus their exhibition, their other games are pretty tough too. They're gonna have a tough schedule. They want a tougher schedule this year in football. I hope they win. I hope they win 10 games. They'll get in the playoffs. If they don't win 10 games, they go 9-8, or they're gonna have a tough schedule. It's gonna be a tough schedule for the Steelers. And if he gets hurt, they're really gonna have a tough schedule.
If they win one playoff game, it's been everything they've done in the offseason worth it.
I'd like to see him win the Super Bowl, not one playoff game. That's the bottom line.
Mr. Optimism, he's got his act together. He's the great Nick Mancini. So how do you spend your days now that you are not selling automobiles, which we really miss you, you know that?
I got on the festival committee in Elwood, and I worked my tail off for that. I'm running for school board, and I'll probably be going in November. So I did the Little League tournament with my brother, who worked his tail off, and who did it all. And we have a tournament 74 years, so I'm staying busy doing that.
Wow.
And my wife wants me to do some work around the house, which I haven't done that.
Hey, click your heels 3 times and say there's no place like Elwood City. Wandering Elwood. I want you to know more where the good time is. Get to Elwood
One more
City.
thing. One more thing. You're on TV. Tell the GM not. His best trade is no trade. The Pirates. Don't trade anybody.
Mr. Sherrington, you heard it here from one of your big fans.
You're close, coach, but you're getting close.
I'm telling you, they are close.
But they trade the pitchers. They're not going to be close.
What could you even? I mean, and Jared Jones will be back next year. Why would you? Don't trade Mitch Keller now.
No, that's exactly
right.
right.
He may have saved his future with the Pirates in his last few outings.
And then what about Reynolds? You trade him. You want hitting? There's your hitter.
Okay, explain this to me before we move on, because it's just not the Pirates. I look at all these averages, even some of the big-time players who are smacking the ball out of the park. Why does nobody hit like 290 on a regular basis, or 300, or 280? Why are they all at 250? Even Cal Raleigh. I mean, why can't they hit for average in the major leagues?
The problem is these way the scouting systems are, and their coaches, what they study, they find that flaw, and they can stop you. Maybe this year, like Reynolds, maybe he's not hitting the slider like he used to, okay? But that's what they find out. There's this flaw. Or Hayes, they know what he can't hit, and that's every hitter. And these pitchers are better and better. They'll throw 100-mile-an-hour too. The kid just got, he throws 95 to 100. They're in the draft. What was his name? The rookie.
Yeah.
100 mile an hour. He's a freaking freshman, senior in high school.
Senior in high school out of California.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, pitching's gotten better and better and better.
And this Connor Griffin, the kid they got last year, the ninth pick, first round, was a high schooler. He's doing really well in the minor leagues.
Yes, he is.
You got to get some sticks. So we got the pitching. You got to get the sticks.
Well, it's sad in baseball. They got the sticks if you pay for them. And if they make this trade to the Yankees and get their best player, so they get him for 3 years, so he's gone. So every year, they can't keep a player.
Nick Mancini, Brighton Hot Dog Shoppe. There's one in your neighborhood. Tell him your Pratte Pack sent you. Don't forget this weekend, Coons Market, Sports Report, Saturday and Sunday, box scores and more, Pirates, Diamondbacks, lots of Steelers news, Ray Fittipaldi of the Post-Gazette on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. And one other note, the National Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame banquet. This is the guy who should be in there. But
no.
Tom Yankello, world-class boxing Ambridge, one of the enshrinees, August 5th at the Lamont. He'll join us right after the noon news. So I was thinking today, some of the greatest Italian-American and Italian boxers of all time. Rocky Graziano, Rocky Marciano, but one of my all-time favorites who literally did live in Italy while he was the middleweight champion of the world. Here's a name out of the past.
Rocky Balboa.
No. No, close. Nino Benvenuti.
Nino. Big
remember
Nino.
him?
Yes. Nino
Great
Benvenuti.
battles with Carlos Monzon.
Hey, Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
I was going to get to him, the legend. I don't know much about him, but I do know one thing. He was a tough kid.
Youngstown boy.
Yep. Not too far from here.
No, real close.
All right. Hey, have a great night. Don't forget, back at it tomorrow on the radio. And then Friday night, let's do this real quick. I will be 7th Avenue, probably a little after 7. They're going to start at 6. It officially marks the opening of the museum, the Larry Bruno Foundation, the magicalcoach.org. They have their big dinner at Shadow Lakes, Jimmy Mag's place on Saturday. And then beginning next week, 3 days a week, it will be open. So 65 years ago, Joe, and I reached out to him today to try to get him on the radio tomorrow. Might not be able to do it, but I always love chatting it up with Joe. 65 years ago, they won the WPIL championship, and something I didn't realize, they knocked off Elwood City that year.
Elwood City.
They were great that year.
No, they were good, but they were a lot better Beaver Falls. I did call my cousin Rick Mancini because he's in that Bruno Foundation.
Yeah,
Rick he's in Harrisburg right now Hershey for a meeting with the judges, but he said to tell you hello. But he was a great coach.
Did you ever meet Larry Bruno?
No.
I have, many times. Great guy.
The only thing is, they say it, but I still say in this day, Koppel was in our district for years, and they wanted to play for Bruno. That's the rumor they always said, but they wanted to play for Bruno. They did. They left the district, and they ended up playing for Bruno. They had a great team.
Did Koppel actually have a high school, or that been Elwood?
No, they went to Elwood. They went to Elwood till 1972, and then they ended up going to Beaver Falls.
They played for the magical coach.
That's what was it.
You know what? These backyard rivalries die hard.
Yeah.
Generations will come and go, but there's always going to be one.
Yeah.
And Larry Bruno definitely made a lot of headlines in the old Beaver County Times and the Tribune. All right, that's it from the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Have a great night. It's your Pratte Pack.